Keep it up. Exactly.
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking your fucking ass out.
What did I do?
Oh, glad when they haul their ass away. Haul their ass away. Haul their ass away. Oh, glad when they haul their ass away. Haul their ass away. Haul their ass away. What are you fucking doing? Oh, glad when they haul their ass away. Haul their ass away. Haul their ass away. Oh, glad when they haul their ass away. Haul their ass away. Haul their ass away.
Hello, everyone. Like the title says, we're just going to watch some deleted videos from Rosie. And then after that, I usually, I'm tired after like an hour. But if some miracle happens and we stay longer, we'll watch the interviews. So let me pull up the first deleted one. This one is I'm Leaving YouTube, posted March 2025. Okay? Good? Good.
Hi, welcome to me. For the last time, this isn't clickbait. We're going to talk for a little bit. First, I want to address the people that I care about the most, my supporters, the people who get me, the people who support my journey and understand the ups and downs and understand what I'm going through. I just want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for everything that you've done to be a part of my YouTube journey and making dreams come true. But I gotta go. And this is not a new feeling. My original plan was to sit on this feeling for another month or two before I left. Make some more content for y'all, hang out on some more lives. But something has happened today. And we're going to talk about it because it happened faster than I thought it would. But yeah, I have some people who are scarily dedicated to hating me and my existence.
Uh-oh.
And I feel like there are some external forces I could blame for that. I mean, I don't really know how I could blame myself because I haven't done anything to these people except exist on the internet. But I'm done. And I've been done for a hot minute. But especially recently when some larger creators started covering me.
Oh, Rosie posted on Instagram. Oh, I'm going to pause. Sorry. Let me switch to that channel. She posted, or that tab. Let's see. A couple of stories and this reel about someone being ableist.
Oh. You for this comment. Thank you, by the way. Because that's kind of my point. I'm like, my pain flare ended. I woke up on Saturday and I was out of it, and I was so fucking excited. I had been in it for weeks, and I just want to say, this comment is exactly what the fuck I'm saying. I really don't know how else to put it. I experienced fat pain. I talk about the differences. I talk about the fact that my weight can absolutely be considered a contributing factor, but my weight is not the reason for my pain. And my pain flares are separate from anything to do with my diet.
Yes, it is.
Because I have not changed how I've eaten at all. And
Clearly.
I am completely out of it because whatever I'm dealing with is not related to that. And it's just wild to me how it doesn't matter what I do, what I talk about, I get attacked for it. It's bizarre. So I just want to thank you for this comment and make a note. Shout out to you for the.
How is this being attacked? She thinks she does nothing, but at the same time she comes on here and is like, oh, I don't feel good. I don't know why. Well, I can have one guess as to what it is.
The vibe of my channel has changed, because it's one thing if like you're an already established creator with a lot of followers,
No, you'll get fat like Rosie.
and like larger channels start covering you. But when you're a pretty small channel and there's that very like large power imbalance within that parasocial dynamic, it has, I'll say for me, it has created such a giant shift in my experience as a creator, and I don't like it. I recently had some drama where a mod who I still don't know went rogue and hit a bunch of my biggest supporters, alienating my biggest supporter on my channel, to a degree that I couldn't recover with that dynamic I had with that person. And it's really fucked up because that person didn't do anything wrong and I didn't do anything wrong. It's just bored trolls meddling in my life. And today, I was threatened by someone because I had a feeling that there was still a troll in my Discord, even though I had removed a lot of people. So last night, I planted a fake evidence. I planted a fake conversation with fake tea because I wanted to.
Oh, that's why she deleted this video. I heard about that. She did. Okay. Now, at first I was like, I don't get it. But so she's saying that she planted fake. I have to go back. Hold on.
Had removed a lot of people. So last night, I planted a fake evidence. I planted a fake conversation with
I thought Rosie wasn't a liar. Uh-oh.
fake tea because I wanted to see if it would leak. And today, even though the information was censored,
Why wouldn't it be leaked? What do you mean her test? She's so dumb.
somehow I received a message directly to that number threatening me that they were going to expose me. When I was planning on bringing this public whenever it came out, or waiting months and telling my friends later, hey, by the way, I have made up some fake tea. Sorry, I felt like I had to do that, but I needed to see if the troll was gone, and they're not. So someone that I really trust is out to get me again.
How is trolling somebody the same as out to get them? I don't get it. Hi, Cupcake. No, we're watching older videos that she deleted. This one is from March of 2025.
I don't sit here and trauma dump like I used to, but I've been through some shit. If you've seen like the We're All Insane podcast interview, I've been through some shit with like cyber stalkers and things like that. And I'm done, dude. I'm fed up. I don't need this. I came here to have fun. I came here to find joy. I came here to have support on my journey. And I wanted this video to be more focused on the fact that I have been contemplating leaving my channel for maybe 3 months, 6 months, a year, or 2. You know, I'm not fully decided on the length of time, but I wanted to leave for health reasons. And I wanted to leave, and I still want to leave, because I've come to some conclusions and some things about my health journey and how that's going on the internet and how I'm not liking the results and how I'm changing trajectory and changing patterns because I refuse to cycle through the same bullshit over and over again. And I'm finding myself cycling and I don't like it. But I'm not the internet's punching bag. I refuse. And if that means that I have to excuse myself and get myself together, then that's what I'm gonna do. I did nothing to deserve this.
It's very weird.
And if you have an opinion about me planting tea, that's your right.
Hi,
I planted
Frosty.
a fake story using my ex, pretending that he texted me because I knew it would get the interest of the troll, and it worked. So they think they have some gotcha on me, some booyah moment on me, and they don't. They played right into my hands.
Booyah.
And with how it's gone down, I don't have time for this. I'm constantly fucking sick and in pain and trying to figure out how to get my shit together and how to get my health together. And I have some cool things that may be happening in my life. And I may not be gone forever, but I'm going to be gone for a long time. And I'm sorry to the people that genuinely support me and want to be here for me and actually mean it, but I'm not going to sit here and keep getting toyed with.
Why'd she say it like that? Toyed with.
I'm gonna miss y'all, my supporters. And I'm sorry. But I ask you this, if you support me, and you, oh fuck, this goes to me too. And if you participate in LOL culture, LOL cow culture, in
LOL.
Girl World, and things of that nature, I want you to really ask yourself at the end of the day, is what you're doing okay? Even if
Is what I'm doing okay? Yes.
the subject that you deem morally irreprehensible.
Do I feel morally fine? I feel fine morally. Yeah.
Is that okay? Because I'm starting to really
I think it's
wake
okay.
up to the mistakes that I've made when it comes to that. The missteps that I've made. The lack of, the amount of energy that I put into it that I could have used in other aspects of my life to improve myself.
Yeah, like cleaning your kitchen.
Because
did y'all see her dirty ass ceiling? I'll get the
shit's for
photo.
the
Hold on.
birds, and I'm not a fucking bird.
She's not a bird.
I'm sorry that it has to be like this. I'll see you on the flip side. Maybe I won't.
I'll see you on the flip side. Okay. Again, 2025, not 2005, but all right. Hold on. Let me find the fucking photo. I'll start the next video while I find it. This one, what is that? June 28th, 2025, addressing the doxing and allegations. Let's see. And then I will find that kitchen photo. Hold on.
Show up. But let's do the messages. Subscriber only as per usual. Excuse me.
Okay, I got it. Look at that. I don't know. What is that? I can't tell if it's dust or mold or just food. But I did not edit this. This is from her short the other day.
Hello, Emma. Hello, not for you. Hello. Hello, Kitty. Hello, Nico. Hello, Tiny. Hello, Nar. Hello, Nashi. So it's probably I think this will probably be the only time I'm going live today. Yeah, a long time no talk. I've been a bit busy.
I think this is the one, and I could be wrong. I think this is the one where she went to this guy's house that she met online because the mom wouldn't let him over because he had been in jail before. And this is from his basement or whatever. I don't remember the details, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
That's a bit busy. Had some things going on. Hey, bird. Touching grass. Go down to the wild. You have insomnia? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Relatable, though. I actually slept really good last night, though, but most of the time I don't sleep well. Y'all know that, though.
Hi, Stink Stink.
We're gonna wait like a few minutes. We're gonna let some people get in here. The allegations not against me. It's fucking fabricated bullshit, but I have some shit to talk. Because I got an email yesterday when I was out, living my life. Because some things have changed. But I'm gonna wait to, get into that. Good morning. Yeah. There's the doxing has escalated as of last night. Gang. So.
Gang.
Man. I just, the internet's a crazy fucking place. Yeah, I'm not on Wi-Fi.
So is it still frozen?
I think so, Jennifer. Hi, Scrange.
Am I still frozen? Oh my god, this is annoying.
Yeah, this is June 2025.
Am I still frozen?
Oh, bitch. Oh my god.
Yeah, I just started, but I can't tell if I'm frozen or not. Oh, I'm not frozen? Oh, cool. Okay, hi. Sorry, we had a bit of a mix up here. But yeah, I was gonna be alone for the next bit, and I wanted to talk. Yeah, sorry, the connection's not great. Um, I wanted to talk for a second because, I mean, the cat's out of the bag at this point. Um, there's a person that used to be a part of my like community, a part of my Discord. They infiltrated as like a troll. Like they were someone who was always against me, but they were a buddy troll. They pretended to be my friend. Whatever, whatever. Well, they've taken it upon themselves to be the one to dox. His name's Jeff. I already talked to him about it. They've and then like the following day went ahead and leaked his entire legal name, which is so fucked up. I don't have words. So as everything was coming out, and I got some emails. I think actually I think it's Jenna. Yeah, Jenna. So Jenna emailed me
Jenna.
and like kind of gave me some of the details. Just so
Jenna?
I knew what
Jenna,
was
Jenna?
known for the most part. And then once that happened, one of my closer friends like kind of went in, dug in, and kind of gave me the highlights. Um, but he was doxxed, and then there's some like seriously hardcore
Oh my god,
crackpot theories going
Scrange.
around,
Infiltrator.
and accusations that are so defamatory, out of pocket,
Hi, Demon King.
disgusting, that it's like almost funny because it's so stupid that they're trying to spin a narrative that he's this bad guy because he had an Instagram account where as a joke, like it's not even his current one. Like it's not even his current one. But like from when he was younger, as a joke, he had the word corn star in his bio, and apparently that makes him a creep. And apparently, like it's a big deal that he likes Victoria Justice or so. Like I was being told like the narrative that was being spun, and
I love how
I
she, like, tells on herself. It's probably my favorite thing. If I had to pick a good thing about Rosie, it's that she tells on herself.
started cackling because they're trying so hard to like ruin this for me or like fuck this up in some way that I actually like I'm embarrassed for them. Honestly, it's embarrassing. And he's been so great about it, and we've talked about it at length, and it's just it, it's I can't what am I gonna do? Cry about it? Like please, like who gives a fuck? Like I sorry, I can't stop laughing. It's so ludicrous
Oh my gosh, she's so
because
unbothered.
I can't stop thinking about the fact that like as this came out, one of the first things I ever saw about it was a tweet from a girl who was mad that she was single and I was quote booed up, and then someone responded, "Well, if it makes you feel any better, um, they're not actually together. They're just friends with benefits," and she's playing it up. And again, I'm just, some of y'all are so pressed. Like not my viewers, not my fans, but the people doing this shit are so pressed. It's all I know is I wanted to do a short live while he was gone because I'm probably not going to go home today. I don't know if I'm going to spend the night here again or not. I haven't decided. And I don't know exactly the details yet. But let me see. People go through extreme lengths to cock block when they aren't getting any. So yeah, Jeff is Blue Bear, correct? Yes, but his name is Jeff. Yeah. So I mean, at this point, I'm not. It at this point, I'm not gonna like hold up that facade anymore. Like, there's no point. Like, his name's Jeff, and I asked him, and he's like, yeah, that's cool. And he's taken everything so well. When it was going down, I think what he said to me, like almost verbatim, was like, you know, I'll just take it as it comes. That's what he said. Yeah, he said, I'll just take it as it comes. And I was just like that. He's just been so understanding about it all and cool about it all. I'm really thankful for that. Wow, yeah, they're absolutely doing this out of jealousy. That's so embarrassing, isn't it though? Like, I know you're miserable because you're spending your time doing that. If you had someone you enjoyed being around, you wouldn't be spending your time doing that. Like, getting this IRL, like you're fucking weird. Um, so far it should just be his name, but
They are.
I'm healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I wish I could show you all my notes so far, but I'm scared because what if I got something wrong?
definitely not, Big O. No, we're
I'll think about it.
his mom was so great. I gave her the cookies and she loved them. And we actually, like, when we got back, because I thought we weren't going to go to karaoke, and then last second we changed our mind. We ended up going, and I sang a couple songs, came back, we got dinner, like it was like 11 p.m. or something.
Jeff is the
We got dinner,
boyfriend.
brought it back, and I sat down and ate with her and chatted with her a lot. And I was kind of surprised because, like, I had told him in passing one time that I used to love to make jewelry, and she brought that up to me, and I was like kind of surprised. It took me by surprise that he even like remembered that, because I said it so like flippantly and randomly at one point. And because she was like basically asking, like, she basically asked me like to make jewelry with her sometime. And when we were talking, she asked me like what my favorite restaurant was, and I was like unsure how to answer, because I could tell she was like wanting me to say something that was like on the, like a nicer side. And then she's like, what about the melting pot? And I was like, oh well, I've never been. And then she told Jeff, she was like, well, she was like, when's your birthday? I told her, and
Hi,
she's like, okay,
Slacker.
well, November 24th, Jeff, you're taking her to melting pot. And I just laughed, and we ended up talking, and she said some really really nice stuff to me. Um, and yeah, she's awesome. So bad guys, shut the fuck up. Yeah, miserable people can't stand to see others happy. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was talking about making plans like months from now. Yeah. So I was like, yes. Yeah, and she flat out and talking me up to him because she likes me so much. I was like, yes, correct, Gold Rush. His name's Jeff. Because at this point, like, they've doxed him, so whatever. Mom likes you, so it sounds like a done deal. Yeah. Big O, y'all, some of y'all need to get in the corner. I mean, I know that bad guy stays posted up in the corner, but still. I'm sorry this happened to y'all, Rosie. I hope everything gets sorted soon. Thank you, New. We're taking it in stride. It is what it is. And they can think this is some, like, just physical thing, like, because we're taking it slow. Sure. You want to think it's just friends with benefits and it's not real. And there's no way he actually likes me. And da da da. He's probably this. He's probably that. He's this and that.
Yeah, pretty sure.
To those
Yeah.
people, you don't know shit. That's really all I got to say about that. Thank you, Big O. My corner. Yeah, it's just, it really, and I am not the type to normally say this, but it really is giving jealousy. It really is. Like, it's sad. Your haters are gonna be punching the air when they wake up and see this. Yeah, because they were up so late last night in their basements dwelling on my life while I was out living it. Yikes. Hey, Catherine. I don't know, thank you. I hope not.
Yikes.
I don't even know if they have his current socials, so.
Don't say that. She's so silly. She says the dumbest stuff.
There, okay, I'm back. I'm not moving. I feel like, okay, yeah, sorry guys. The connection here is not grand. I have to.
Jeff is the one that, quote, had the accidental threesome with his sister and her boyfriend, or no?
I had to, when it does that, I have to, like, exit and come back in. Breaking it down in more detail another time, but I just wanted to put that out there because I'm old, man. I'm fucking absolutely baffled.
That's what I thought. Which is weird. I mean, I wish I knew the story on that, but I'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
So, no more nicknames. There's no point. So.
Okay, hold on. Let's watch this one. I went to the psych ward again. September 16th, 2024.
Come to me. I
Wow,
don't even know where to start.
that look is
I
crazy.
haven't had my phone in 6 days, and the title's obviously not clickbait. Also, since when did I have a bruise? That is news to me. That actually hurts. When did I do that? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So I was in the hospital for the past 6 days, and every other time I've gone to the hospital, I've like made some kind of statement online, or I'm like publicly having a mental breakdown, and then I end up in the mental hospital because fun. This time was different though. I guess I'm gonna kind of just go back. I mean, I do have more pre-recorded content that I will eventually be releasing, and I'll make sure to like add some context in the beginning just because I know it can be confusing to people. But as a lot of you know, especially if you were watching my lives, like I was really not okay. I think that was evident, and I was really struggling. And the week before I went to the hospital, I had a situation with one of my supervisors at my job who screamed at me in a way that was really unprofessional, really alarming, and severely triggered my PTSD.
A lot of other things were happening that caused this to happen. What? A lot of other things were happening that caused this to happen. This situation was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay.
And I didn't go to work for 4 days. I couldn't muster it. And so I called out for 4 days plus the weekend, and then I went back the following Tuesday. So that was on September 9th, I want to say, maybe 10th. And I went to work, and the night before I just felt horrible. I was like sick to my stomach with anxiety. I wasn't doing okay.
I guess that's kind of smart. They can't fire you if you're in the mental hospital, right? I'm sure that violates something.
And I make myself go to work. I wake up early, run some errands, get myself to my job. I go, and before my first break, I took 2 calls, and they were both like no sales, even though I like worked really hard on those calls. And I ended up just like the entire day I was like on the verge of tears. I was terrified to run into the supervisor, and I went to the bathroom after break. So during break, I like sat with my work friend, and I cried a little bit, and I was just like, I even told this friend, I was like, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to work here, because like I'm losing my mind, and like I can't keep doing this. I keep missing too much work. I'm like so stressed out, blah 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 blah. So I'm supposed to go back on the phones, and I'm staring at my computer, and I'm like, if I get on these phones right now, I'm gonna have a.
So she had already called out for 4 days. Then there was the weekend, and she shows up Tuesday and is already freaking out.
Nervous breakdown with a customer on the line, and like I can't do that. So I go to the bathroom, and I just start crying and crying, and eventually I'm like, I just gotta call my mom. So I call my mom, and she picks up, and I'm like sobbing, and I'm talking to her, and I'm like explaining to her that like I can't do this, like I think I need to quit my job. I don't know what else to do, like I feel like I'm a failure, blah, 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 blah. And my mom said a few different things with me, but she was like trying to ground me, and I hope she doesn't get mad at me for sharing this with the internet, but like I think it's just relevant because I've kind of hinted at this myself, because I knew this, but my mom has never directly said these words to me, but she was just like, without your financial help, we have to sell the house, and there's just a lot of implication with that. And
I don't believe her. I don't think her mom said that.
That kind of snapped me back into reality a little bit, because I was just like, I just need to get out. I just need to find another way to make money. Like I can't do this. And because I am financially helping with my current job, right, and like the money that I make and everything, and it just kind of like snapped me back into reality, because like that's the whole fucking reason that I took on a job when I was unsure that I'd be able to. So I had already, like the week prior, I knew I wasn't okay, and like to my best friend I had kind of confided and said, like I'm starting to feel like I did when I went to the hospital last time. Like I don't want to go back. Like I don't want to go back to the hospital. I'm gonna do everything I can. I was like trying to find the slower routes for care, like the non-fast track routes for care, and it just wasn't working. It wasn't happening fast enough. And then also like right before this, my therapist quit her practice. And that was within a month of my doctor. Oh my God. That was within a month of my doctor moving to a city 2 hours away. But let me go change the light 1 second. So, yeah, basically, like I was saying, lots was going on. And my care was just kind of crumbling apart. I was really stressed out about money, but I kept missing work, so it was making the money problem worse. And I just felt so stuck. And so when my mom said that, I knew what my only other option was. And it just kind of clicked, and I was like, I can choose to fight this and make the wrong decisions, or I can just lean into it and do what's best for me. So I hang up, and I just stopped a little bit before I did anything else, because I just had to kind of release this emotion and accept about what I was about to do, and the release of control I was going to have to give again, and kind of just process the fact that, like, I'm not a failure for going back for care, because I just was really dead set on not having to go back to the hospital. Like, that I tried it and it didn't work. But I got up, and so I looked in the mirror, my eyes were pure red. Like, there was just no way of hiding that fact that I'd been crying. But I, like, made myself get to a point of not crying, walk outside. That's when the mentors who had been helping me were like, yeah, you can do it. And I just, like, shook my head like this at them, grabbed my backpack, grabbed my Miyoki, and walked back to HR. She wasn't there, so I had to kind of turn back around. I flagged down one of my favorite supervisors and brought her. I said, when you're done with this person, can you please come to the hallway? Because I just needed to talk to her privately. That's when I expressed to her that I was going to need them to call an ambulance, because I wasn't safe to drive for a few different reasons.
Wait. So she started spiraling, goes to HR, which is like, what? What does that have to do with HR? And flag somebody down. Why don't you call the ambulance? Why does somebody else have to call an ambulance? Oh my God.
Sorry about that. I had an important call come in. But yeah, so basically I spoke with her and I told her that I needed to speak with HR, and that she wasn't in the office, that I wasn't safe to drive, and I was going to need to go to the hospital. And I was trying to be vague, especially with her. So we talk a little bit, and I just kind of explain some things, and I get into the HR office pretty quickly. HR shows up, and they're sitting with me, and I mean, like, at this point I was already back to uncontrollably crying, like, as soon as I started talking. In total, I think I was crying for 2.5, 3 hours straight before it finally calmed down, because I had a nervous breakdown. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's been a while since I've had one of those, but I had a complete nervous breakdown, and I left in an ambulance, and I left my car in my work parking lot. Before I got in the ambulance, I didn't even end up asking this, actually. My HR rep turned to me and she's like, don't worry about your job. Do not worry about your job. I'm putting you on leave for a week. Da, 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 da. And so I was like, okay, breathe. And then she said she would even backdate it for the days that I've been missing, because she saw how, like, not okay I was. And we talked for a bit, and she just kind of helped talk to me about random stuff while we were waiting for the ambulance. And we ended up going to a medical center where they cleared me, because, like, I was having a ton of physical symptoms. I honestly thought my blood sugars were fucked up or something. Spoiler alert, I actually had my blood blood sugars monitored, like, very consistently for probably the first time ever for, like, a whole week. And my blood sugars were always between, like, 118 and, like, the highest I think was, like, 150. And that was when I had cake prior, like, the night before or something. And so I had, like, a slice of cake.
She looks insane in this video. Like, maybe it's her eyes. I'd have to look at a different photo, but she looks.
But most of the time,
crazy.
My readings were like 120, 124, 130 for, like, every reading, and they were reading for every meal plus snacks, so 4 times a day. And when I got my A1C back from the blood work they ran in the hospital, last I knew I was at a 6.0, and I'm currently at a 5.7, and that's off of the Montage. I was really worried. I didn't know how that was going to go, but I am 0.1 away from having my diabetes basically completely, like, reversed, like, completely out of remission, like, not even pre-diabetic. I'm 0.1 away from dietary changes, and that includes, like, all the times that I've binged and all of that. Like, I was blown away when that's a spoiler alert. That's something I found out today, but I digress. So they got me medically cleared. They did the EKGs. They did everything. Everything was fine. My nausea, the stomach aches, the headaches, the dizziness.
I feel like the binging, and again, I'm new, so I could be completely wrong, but she doesn't really talk about it that much. Like, I could have not been paying attention, but I feel like that's the first time I've heard her admit and call it binging.
The lightheadedness, All of the symptoms I was having were purely PTSD related. So I go from the ER, I get transferred to the mental facility, the mental health facility, and they put me on the adult unit, the main floor unit, which is like really intense. That's the one where the people who
Well, you're not a
have like the most
child.
extreme symptoms are.
Where else would they put
I
you?
had a roommate who definitely had some kind of like intellectual disability while also dealing with some pretty extreme symptoms in terms of her mental health. And like at one point in the middle of that night, they had to put a shot in her thigh. Like it was a lot, but it was nothing like my experience when I was medically kidnapped. They did not have hospital beds there, and I wasn't able to get that arranged because, quite honestly, the ER I was dealing with was a little incompetent at best. But that's a whole other story. Thank God, though, they did have wedge pillows. They were like, we don't have the hospital beds for the in-kind, but we do have wedge pillows. So there was a night nurse there. She was incredible. Oh my God, she's just meant for that job. She was an incredible human being. She was so kind and compassionate.
We watched it last time, I think. Basically, she checks herself in and she thinks everyone's mean to her, and she signs some paper that they told her to sign, and that basically is like 5150ing herself. So she can't just leave if she wants. So she calls that being medically kidnapped. Yeah.
Really safe. And she got me some wedge pillows, and then she was like literally digging around for extra pillows because like in my chart, like I have the information about the medical kidnapping, and like she knew about it before we even talked about it. And so I explained to her some things that had happened, and I told her my pillow story of like how I was promised these things, and then the nurse like laughed in my face and told me that like, you know.
Yeah, and then they took her squishmallow when she left the room and came back, and she started screaming. And she was screaming in the car before she called her mom, why?
Lucky one pillow, and like I couldn't breathe in my sleep for 3 days, right? And I have lost 100 pounds too, so like I slept on that flat cot for 6 days with some wedge pillows, and I was fine. And like I'm really thankful for that. Like I didn't even have much in terms of extreme body pain while I was there, and I think that had a lot to do with the fact of how my treatment went, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, there was just like a lot of yelling, and it was a really intense situation, and I didn't sleep a ton, but they gave me some cotton balls that I ended up putting in my ears, and so I got some sleep, which I was so thankful for, because sleeping in those kind of units is really hard. It was like really cramped. There was like a lot of people in a small area, and I get evaluated by the doctor the next morning, and she suggests Abilify, and I was concerned. I was like a little worried because last year I purposefully avoided antipsychotics because the medication I had medication-induced psychosis from is an antipsychotic, and I don't have any psychotic disorders diagnosed either, so I was just like, no antipsychotics, right? Well, we were discussing it, and she explained to me how Abilify is used off-label for a lot of things.
I don't understand. Okay, so she checked herself in because she's crazy, all right? She's spiraling. The doctors suggest they try a medication, a doctor that probably knows what they're talking about, and you're just like, no, I'm not psychotic. I'm not taking that. What the hell? She's so frustrating.
One of those things is treatment-resistant depression. Side note, I am not a doctor. I am going to explain and discuss.
Yeah, no shit. You should have listened to them.
My care,
at least
how
try
things work
it.
for me. Do not take medical advice from a fat bitch on the internet. Moving on. Went ahead and had this discussion with her, and she told me that, you know, she thinks that it would benefit me, and like she knew my concerns. So I actually started on half a pill, like 2.5 milligrams to start for the Abilify.
Good.
And then she looks at me and she's like, okay, so we're going to go ahead and actually move you upstairs. And I was like, you're going to move me? Like, why? And she explains that basically they have a quieter, nicer area. Like, it was up on, like 3 floors up. And I ended up finding out it's called the retreat program. But basically, like, you get your own bathroom.
No, she thinks it's a troll, even though I spent hours trying to find that email for her.
To yourself. The groups are better. It's basically just a calmer environment for people that aren't as like severe and symptomatic, essentially, outwardly, because there were people with like a lot of like violent outbursts and stuff. Like it was the first floor I was on was pretty intense. So me and a girl get transferred up there. I get moved into my own room, and I get kind of settled in, and then I proceeded to stay for another 5 days. It was a really healing experience. I ended up getting put on Abilify, Cymbalta, and then they agreed to add 10x back because I have discussed 10x in the past as an ADHD medication. So I've gone from not being medicated to being on 3 medications, and they did a slow step up. They added one, added the other. Then they increased the doses of the Cymbalta and the Abilify. So I'm on like the lower treatment doses for those right now. And I've never felt better. I don't feel groggy. I don't feel numb. I don't feel zonked out. I don't feel like a zombie.
What I don't get is if she is ADHD, why doesn't she take stimulants that could probably make her lose weight? But I don't know.
I don't have nearly as much depression. I am far more focused. I am not as chronically overwhelmed. My pain is less because my emotionality has improved, and I'm not as quick to go up and down in my emotions. And I feel like me again.
Bali, I'm mad at you. Shut up. Go eat some packet soup.
And that's an amazing thing. And I met some really incredible people while I was there, and I feel like I learned a lot. And it was so funny. Like during one of the rec groups, it was one of the first times we had like music. We actually did like a karaoke, because sometimes karaoke is done as music therapy. And so no one else wanted to sing. Like, no one else was interested in singing. And so I picked a song, and I think my first song was like my go-to, Adele, Make You Feel My Love. You know, I posted about that song when I did karaoke in the past. And I sang that song, and like everyone was like complimenting me so much. Like even like afterwards, there were other patients like when we were just hanging out, like you sing so well. Da, da, da. And I'm so used to how bad of a singer I am.
That shit didn't help me either. You need some like 5 amps.
And like I know I'm not like incredible or whatever, but like they were just so supportive and sweet. And it was literally like there were people that were sitting in different rooms, and they ended up coming in even though they weren't going to participate, coming in and listening to me sing. And I literally held a concert in the psych ward. I called it a Rosie concert, because like no one, I kept being like, does anyone want to pick a song? Because like you have the opportunity to listen to music too if you don't want to sing. So does anyone pick a song? And they were just like, no one. And there was like 8 or 9 people in the room, and they all just listened to me sing. I sang like different Evanescence songs and Halsey songs, and I just started picking random ones because I was just like, I don't even know. But it was so cool, and we had other opportunities to listen to music as well and just sing and stuff, and that was always like the highlight of my day whenever we got to do that. And like the food was surprisingly good, like especially for a hospital. They kept us well fed, and it was kind of nice getting into a routine. I slept pretty decent most of the time I was there. I did wake up here and there, and you know, had some troubles with that, I feel, but for the most part I'm just doing really good. And I met some really great people, really amazing women with incredible stories almost the entire time I was there. It was like all women in the unit, which it's a co-ed unit. So yeah, I still have a lot to figure out, which is part of the reason why I am going to be on a leave. Like they should put me on a leave. I'm staying on a leave because tomorrow I've got a lot to do. So I will be doing a short-term disability leave again, but this time it's going to be much shorter. I will not be on a leave nearly as long as I was last time, because I think this just changes things. You know, I'm not going to know for a while in terms of like my physical pain and like the nerve pain, how those things are going to go. But in terms of up here, in terms of the anxiety, in terms of a lot of the things that were causing me a lot of stress and struggle, I'm not cured. I'll never be cured, but I feel like I'm treated. Finally.
Girl, you have a personality disorder. There ain't curing that.
I don't even know what to say to that. I feel like Rosie.
No, I think I'll tell you when that was. Let me look at my notes. Hold on.
I feel like Rosie. I don't feel like I'm consumed by my trauma or my depression or my anxiety, or I feel like
I think that was 2020. I think 2020 was medically kidnapped. This is 2024. She's been in the psych ward a lot.
I feel amazing on that front. So anyway, I think today's the 16th. I need to probably get this edited and thrown up because some of you guys have already noticed me missing, which I appreciate that. I was surprised. I was like, comments like, where are you? Are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, I was only gone for 6 days, so I didn't realize people would even notice. And
look, she's so
excited. I wanted to handle this
excited.
differently. I didn't want to like make it a big spectacle. I didn't want to like be like, oh, because like I took a picture of myself. I might put it up, I might not, but I took a picture of myself when I was in the ambulance to send specifically to my best friend. I wasn't going to post
Oh my
it
God.
publicly, like on Instagram in the moment. Like I knew that because I was just like, I'm not going to do that. But I took a picture and then I went to go text it and I looked at it and I went, oh my God.
Me too. Me too.
I don't know if I'm going to do that. So I actually ended up texting her. I was like, hey, I took a picture. Do you still want me to send it? Because it's like a lot. And so I did because
Jealous.
I look
Bali's jealous.
so fucking broken. I was just...
Oh my God, she showed us. Look at her. Jeez Louise. Oh, she had to put her hand up to show you that that it is real, that she's got an IV. Oh my
I
God.
broke. I finally just broke. Like I just kept trying to strong arm everything, push through, until I couldn't. And then I got help, and I'm beyond ecstatic that I found some medications that worked for me. So I've already dropped off the scripts, and I'm trying to not think about how much the medical bills are going to be. But the good news is I did hit my deductible. So I might owe a fuck ton of money to the hospital, but I hit my
They were probably like, this huge lady thinks that she's crazy, but she probably, her blood sugar maybe, I don't know. But you're right, that
so
is
my
weird.
follow-up care won't be as bad. I just gotta smile through it, you know? So I'm gonna get this up because pretty soon I'm gonna need to... There's a lot of stuff I have to go through in my fridge because I pulled out some stuff like a couple days before I went and did all that. So I have to do a lot of food prep and like freeze stuff. And I might have to throw some shit away anyway, which just, it is what it is.
Stop.
But I'm going to do my best on that front. And then, well, because of the day that I ended up getting hospitalized, I didn't have time to postpone my home chef. So I received another one today. And I was still working on... I didn't even make the ones from last week. So I have like a lot of food to deal with.
I've got a lot of food.
Prepping certain meals and freezing them and then eating some off of that. So yeah, anyway, point is, I actually lost some weight because I had like, prior to this, when I was spiraling, I had some situations with binges. Like I had a week that was kind of insane in terms of my eating behaviors. But since then, I've already dropped that back down. So that's sick. And I had prior, like right before getting hospitalized, like 5 days before, I started tracking and like being more conscious of what I was eating. So when she weighed me from like the peak weight that I had hit to the weight I was back down to, which I'm back down to my lowest, I had lost like 5 kilograms in the span of that time just by like...
Why are we talking in kilograms? I don't know what 5 kilograms is.
Losing water weight and all that. So yeah, man, it's been quite a journey. But if this shit is working as well as I think it is, and it continues on, because I've only been medicated for like 5 days or so. So like I know Abilify is fast acting, and same with Tanex, Cymbalta, I don't know. But I'm not having major negative side effects, which is huge for me. Huge. I'm geeked, I'm gacked, I'm gooked. Like, oh my God. Amazing.
Gooked?
So anyway, guys.
I'm geeked, I'm gagged, I'm gooked.
I'm gonna go get this imported and edited like immediately. I've been wearing this dress for 5 days, by the way.
Ugh.
So now that I know I'm, well.
What? You made a video before you went and... I don't know why I'm surprised.
Shit.
Never mind.
I still have to run to the pharmacy. Fuck it. I'm changing anyway. I'm getting out of this outfit and I'm gonna wear something different. But yeah, I've been wearing, I mean, they did wash this outfit for me multiple times, but this is all I had.
I mean, maybe in 2024, and if she was, then somebody tell me, but you'd think she'd want to be on it now. She's so tired all the time, right? And she is ADHD. Yeah, I was about to say, slur, hello. Okay, we have another one from October 1st, 2025. An emotional weigh-in. And she deleted this one too, so we'll see why.
Hi, welcome to me. I have a lot that...
And see, look at her eyes now. It's fucking crazy. What? Maybe she does get manic sometimes. Speed this shit up.
I've been reflecting on, thinking on, feeling about since I got back from Vegas, since I edited all those vlogs, watching back all the footage, and just dealing with the aftermath of traveling and what that did to my body, and
what my life has been like since I got back. Because as I'm filming this, this is the night before I'm planning to do the Grill Out live with my dad. This is something I wanted to do before I went to Vegas and just ended up not.
After this, we'll watch her stories. I forgot to play those earlier. She does say that she had a meeting, an important meeting on Friday, this past Friday, but she can't tell us anymore. So I want to wonder what that is.
Having the time. So I'm gonna just kind of put a warning here. This vlog is probably going to be very emotional. Yesterday was when I went to Sam's Club with my brother, and I don't know which vlog is gonna go up first. I think this one might, honestly, because that one is lighter, like more lighthearted and tone.
Yeah.
I made a shop with me.
True.
But
True.
I was really struggling yesterday, like physically. I'm still like, I'm still in like nerve pain mode. Like I am just, it's been a week from today since I got back home. It's been almost to the time. Like in a couple hours, it'll be exactly 7 days since I arrived home from my Vegas trip.
She always knows the time. I know when I went to the hospital, 2020 January 1st at 2 a.m. Oh my God.
And I don't want my tears or my sadness to come off as if I'm looking for sympathy or I don't even know what the words are. I just finally feel like I'm in a place to not only open my own eyes and
I will say Bali looked good getting taken away with the long jacket and the boots. She looked fire.
And start to face what I've been ignoring for the past year, but to be able to actually talk about it. I'm never going to be the kind of person that comes on the internet and is like pretending to be healthier or pretending that I'm doing shit that I'm not. That's not who I am. And so because of that, the past year, I've just been ignoring it. And I have not wanted to talk about it. I have not wanted to make content around it because I just feel like that would have been irresponsible and rage baity and just shit that I don't do on this channel. But I do want to document like where I'm currently at, because my goal and my hope is that I don't want to cry, bitch. My goal and my hope is that a year from now I'll be able to see and compare to where I'm at, because this video is not a launch into a weight loss journey, because I feel like there's certain expectations with that, certain I guess like guidelines, certain things like that I'm just not ready for. What this video is for me to relaunch and restart a health journey, in the sense of, for the first time in a year, I'm going to start trying again. And what I mean by that is I'm planning on doing what worked last time. And what worked last time, for those of you who may have been subscribed to me for a long time, was what I would talk about a lot is how I would just take one small step at a time and making one change at a time, focus on that, and then move on to the next one and build on top of each other. And that really worked for me. It was realistic. It made sense. The natural causation of those changes is going to result in weight loss. But I'm also not planning on weighing myself super frequently, especially for a while, because I'm emotionally really struggling with this. I'm just gonna be real. Like, as much as I want to do this, I also don't want to. Again, I'm just gonna be real. But, oh man. Vegas woke me up. And I had already, like, you can ask my mom, like, I had already been talking about how, like, when I get back from Vegas, like, I'm gonna need to sit down and make some lists and just, like, kind of organize myself and think about what my next moves are, because it's something where these lifestyle changes are going to also impact my content. And I don't see a reality where I can just suddenly switch up on how I'm living my life and it not be addressed in my content. But I also don't want to share every teeny tiny little detail about everything and then get everybody's opinion on everything, and making this harder.
I'm about to go weigh myself for the first time in a very long time. Since my last vlog that I talked about how I lost 100 pounds, I have probably only weighed myself a handful of times. Maybe 2 handfuls, because it's been a year. But those were just more so because I wanted to, like, know if things were getting much worse than I thought. I have no idea what I weigh, because the last time I weighed myself, I was over 500 pounds. If I remember correctly, I think I was 5'11", and I will be surprised if I'm still around that weight, but I don't know to what extent my weight is right now, because my mobility is at an all-time low, and I'm 33, and I have got to get my shit together, dude. And I wish, I cannot express to you guys how much I wish that weight loss was as simple as calories in, calories out. Because yes, that's the mechanics of weight loss. But human beings are not machines. And when it comes down to the mental health aspects, the psychological damage that I've endured from things that have not only happened to me, but decisions I've made in my
If I woke up tomorrow and I was Rosie, I would get my jaw wired shut and then just have like smoothies. And then I'd be skinny. Then I'd be
past,
skinny.
I deal with things that are
What, Kitty?
so
Sorry for your
hard
cat.
on me mentally when it comes to these topics. That I try really hard not to hate myself for. And I feel like before I like gave up on my first like health journey here on YouTube, and because I've been on other like health journeys before in the past, but specifically this last go around,
Exactly.
I had a better like sense of self, and in the past year I've kind of developed and almost in a way fostered this like level of self-hatred for myself that I'm not used to. Because when I was a child, like, oh my god, I had no sense of self-worth, self-love, none of that. But then when I found body positivity and the fat acceptance movement, as much as I'm critical of those things at the time, they really helped me in the sense of my mental health, because it provided a community of people that could relate to my struggles, and it provided a safe haven to not have to worry about just the immense amount of struggle that it comes with trying to lose weight. I will speak for, in specifically my situation, the amount of weight that I need to lose, the backgrounds that I have with different communities. It's not impossible. And I know that so much of this is based in trauma, and I can understand the reasonings and the explanations, but I can't use it as an excuse. If I want to have the life that I want. And I have so many irrational fears. You know, in the Vegas vlog, I made a joke about one of them, like, my fear of escalators, because it's kind of funny. I can poke at that one, like, that's funny to me. Like, at the end of the day, like, the thought of getting on an escalator makes me want to die. But, like, and that's just so silly to me, you know? So I laugh about it, but even though, like, that fear is very real, I don't feel that same sense of hilarity when it comes to my fear of losing weight, because I have one that is so irrational.
What? So she's scared of losing weight? Is that what she just said?
It's so irrational. And it's so, I don't have a better word for it. It's so stupid. Like,
because it wouldn't make her the center of attention, maybe. Because she'd have to rely on something else other than, wow, look at that big bitch over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it.
And I have experiences with, like, a past partner that have just continued to stay with me. And then, of course, my experiences in the theaters and community, and how to this day, I still struggle with tying my identity into fatness.
I think because she's dated so many theaters or gotten so much attention from theaters that the only way I could rationalize her being scared to lose weight is her personality doesn't really make her likable. Okay, like even if she lost weight, I don't know if she'd be that pretty like Amber would be really pretty. You know, so maybe she thinks that if she loses weight she won't find love or something stupid like that. Which I don't know. That's dumb and weird.
And there have been times
It is
that
her one
I have
thing.
thought or felt like I've made progress, and I think that there may be truth to that. You know, like it's obviously I don't hold the same ideology that I once did. Like I was watching just yesterday, I think it was yesterday or today, Megan Ann uploaded a video reacting to a fat liberation TikToker talking about equating Ozempic to genocide, and I was sitting there and I was mortified. I was like,
Oh my
watching it, I was
God.
like, this is insanity. Like this is insane. And then I started watching it, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, there's just no way when I was in fat acceptance I would have agreed with this line of thinking. And I kept watching, and I was listening to her talk, and then it just like started jogging some memories, and I was like, actually, I don't know. I don't think I can. I know current me thinks that that's fucking crazy and horrible, and I think there would have been a part of me that would have disagreed with it, but I would have agreed with certain things because I
think we just watched that video that she deleted where she admits that she made that up.
used to believe that, you know, like these different fat acceptance talking points, and it's just seeing it back from the outside, it just makes you go like, oh my God, I just don't even know how I got there. I will say that this deep-seated fear, as much as I can try to intellectualize my feelings, it doesn't change how insurmountably difficult it is and it feels to confront these things. And then when you add on to the fact of like the court of public opinion, it just gets really overwhelming. I feel like I'm rambling right now because I don't want to know what I weigh, but I need to. All right, it's time to confront what I've done to myself.
Let's do it. Uh-oh.
All right.
We can't even see. Can we? No, we can't. 5:06.
What? What? What?
That's not good, Rosie. That's still not bad. Or that's still not like a positive thing. That's still a lot.
I mean, okay. Cool. I'm down 4 pounds from the last time I weighed myself, but I still feel like shit. I'm tired of feeling like shit.
I thought she said she didn't remember how much she weighed. Like just a minute ago.
530s.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, she's definitely bigger.
I don't think being over 500 pounds is necessarily something worth celebrating in any capacity. So I'm a little confused about how I feel right now. I think my biggest emotion is relief that it's not as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, that's like a BM.
It was 506.6. I think is what it said. It was 506 point something. So that is my new starting point. Last time I talked about how I was like, my highest was 550, and I think I used that as like my starting point in terms of weight loss. This time, I'm gonna simplify it. I'm starting this journey at 506.6. And yes, I'm down, like 44 pounds from my highest. But that was in 2017. So let's just call it as what it is, 506.6. I will not be weighing myself for a while. Because I'm going to be focused on healthy lifestyle changes.
Why wouldn't you weigh yourself so you can see if you're actually losing weight? And that would inspire you to probably lose more, right?
And in
my next video where I talk about my health and stuff, I want to talk more about the specifics and maybe like kind of take the time, like over a period of time to film things.
If I remember correctly, she's 5'6".
And just like talk about the different shifts that I'm making, because they are going to be small, and there isn't going to be a dramatic weight loss here. That's not my goal. That's not what I'm trying to do, because I don't want to spook myself. I don't want to cause myself to get burnt out and give up. And you know, I know that next time I hit a next new big milestone, it's going to be scary, and the hardest part is going to be not reverting and falling back like I did last time. And I don't want to waste another year of my life of just existing. I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah,
To
but
my
I'm
view-
sure enough people would see her weight loss and probably be happy for her. And then she could do like a GoFundMe, help me get skin surgery. And I'm sure people would help. People love like a, you know, underdog, whatever. But she's not gonna. It's too late.
My supporters, I thank you
Exactly.
for those who have stuck around. I know a lot of people left in the past year. A lot of people left because I wasn't making health content. A lot of people left because I started cooking and eating on lives. Quite frankly, I don't plan to stop cooking on my lives. I just am planning on making those gradual changes, and I hope that you guys will see that reflected in the content. I think one of the first things I am planning on doing is just trying to not only like reduce the frequency, but adjust what and how I cook over time. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening wherever you are, and stay true. Bye, guys.
Stay true. Okay, we'll play her Instagram stories, and then I don't know, maybe her stupid interviews, even though I don't want to watch them. We'll see. I already watched them. Let's go back.
I was gonna go live, and hi friends. I know I've been like I've not been completely MIA, but I've been like quieter recently. I went live, I think it last on Friday, and it's already Wednesday, which is crazy. I spent a couple days just like chilling because my mom was getting ready to leave and she left, and I was just dealing with that. And then Monday was my 4 months with my boyfriend, and it wasn't until like yesterday today that I realized something. But before that realization, it was like Saturday, I think, that I woke up and I was finally out of my pain flare, and I'm still out of it. Like, and that's the thing, when I talk about my pain and my pain flares and stuff, like, I have my pain flare pain, and then like when I'm not in pain flares, like I still have pain because like I'm fat as hell and I have bullshit I deal with, you know, but they're like two very, very different experiences and things, you know? And I've just been so grateful, and like I had that huge energy burst the day that I filmed those TikTok drafts and stuff. I did that for like 3 hours, like I'm not even kidding, just like going through different sounds, and like a lot of the, not the Paramore one, but a lot of those other ones, like I did multiple takes and stuff because I'm not good at making TikToks. I have to like practice. But I also, like, that day I wrote 4 poems and edited a 5th within the span of an hour. And like I've just been like living my life and like doing stuff, and it wasn't until like yesterday, I think it was yesterday, maybe possibly the day before, I started noticing things, and I was like, oh shit, I think I'm hypomanic. And I don't talk about my MDD nearly as much as my PTSD for a few different reasons, because I just feel like my PTSD tends to like affect me more. Because I was gonna go live yesterday, and then I was like gonna do it today, and I'm like, actually no, I don't know when I'm gonna go live again.
This is from 2 hours ago.
Because I'm trying to handle myself differently when I'm experiencing certain things. Because like honestly, my demeanor, like I'm pretty good. Like I'm doing kind of great for the first time in like a hot minute.
I think she said MDD, major depressive disorder.
But like I was doing too great. And I've just been like kind of thinking about it because with MDD, which is major depressive disorder, you can experience mixed episodes. Which is there is some similarity to, I think it's bipolar 1. Don't quote me on that. But they're still different, right? And my hypomania tends to be triggered by specific events and situations. And on Friday, I had a very, very important meeting. It was like not very long, but a very important meeting with a very important update.
What could that be? She seems happy. So what do you think it could be? I'm dying. I really want to know.
That I'm not going to expand on further. However, that in conjunction with my mom leaving, in conjunction with a couple other things, I think set me up into having like a stress-induced, sleep-deprived-induced hypomanic episode. And normally, I would have been all over the internet. And like, I mean, there was...
Why is she saying hypomanic? Why isn't it just mania? Why isn't she just, I'm manic? I guess I have to Google it.
a few times, like, there was a few people I got a little, like, spicy with in the comments a couple times. But other than that, I've been keeping to myself and minding my business. And, like, that is growth on my part. Let me tell you.
How is it growth? She was still mean to people on Twitter. Like, some old lady posted a selfie on Twitter. I'll find a screenshot and show y'all. But she was like, look, I did my blue eyeshadow. You know, this is how you do it. Like, obviously not hateful. This woman seems like just really old or like, I don't know, touched. And Rosie just like went off on her for no reason. Like, you have all of these people quote tweeting you all day. You know, like people like me, people that really hate her. And she responds to the one person that she can punch down on, or at least she thinks that she's punching down on. Okay.
That's growth on my part. Let me tell you. Hey, if you've been following me for a while, you know. Oh, Lord. Anyway, but my point is, I'm doing like so much better because I'm not in the pain flare. But I also know me, and like because especially once I realized I've been acting like kind of hypomanic, I was like, it's probably not best for me to be live streaming right now. I think I'm coming down. Like, I think today is the beginning of the come down. So I'm really hoping to be going live very soon because I feel like I'm wasting time by not going live more. And but I'm just trying to take care of myself, and I'm doing a lot better because I've been doing certain things to like try to treat what I can in terms of my health and stuff with the resources that I have. Excuse me. And I'm just working on some stuff, like getting my life together and everything. So anyway, I just wanted to say hi and just like say I'm really, really grateful that weirdly enough, like even though I've been dealing with this, like I'm doing a lot better than I have been the past few weeks. But it is annoying to realize that like as soon as I got out of something bad, like I'm dealing with something else entirely different, and it's just like, it's just annoying because if it's not one thing, it's another, you know. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not even making this to like complain. I will say, I'm really proud of myself because I've written some really good poetry recently. Like, I really like it, and I've shown a couple people.
Like 3 hours making TikToks. How many hours writing poetry? Girl.
And they were like, whoa, like, you know, and I've been writing a lot more in general. These past actually multiple weeks. I've also been playing this game. It's called the Cryptogram, and it's like basically fill in the blanks for letters that are like have a randomized numbers, and like it's kind of like a puzzle in that way that unlock quotes, and that's I think been inspiring me a lot to write more. And again, I love that. So anyways, I hope you're doing good.
I googled this game, and it's on coolmathgames.com. Coolmathgames.com, like the website for like kids to learn math. What? I couldn't find. It's not like a Steam game. This is a fucking cool math games. Oh my god.
I hope to be live again soon. I might even like just film something pre-recorded to throw up on YouTube, because I just, at least then I'll have the power of the edit. I just don't trust myself right now to be unedited. Because I haven't, and that's the thing, is like the one symptom I haven't really been experiencing is irritability, and I don't want to risk it. So
You've been mean to people the past couple days, talking shit.
I'm just taking care of myself, and yeah. Can I just say, my boyfriend, God bless him, he's amazing.
Oh my god.
Today, he sent me a song. It's called Rosie by Passenger. Spelled correctly, too. And, it's an indie rock song. And I'm upset. It was the sweetest fucking thing. I'm gonna actually play it in the next slide, because I can. Hi.
Nope. Not doing that. Oh,
Shout out.
we had to see that again? Okay. Okay, I can't decide if I want to do the interviews now or come back in like an hour and then have a whole new live that's just titled The Interviews. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go eat like dinner, a huge dinner so I can be 600 pounds just like Rosie. And then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna watch the interviews. We're just gonna power through, okay? Deal. Before you can argue. Okay, I love you. Bye, 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 bye. I'll be back. Bye.